So here and we're back with another song reaction, and today we are doing the song I Can Be Your Mother by Sofia Isella. I don't know, but I've heard that she supported wee Swifty on her Eras tour, and so is kind of starting to blow up a wee bit, and I figured let's get her on the ground floor, let's check her out, see if she's any good, and then that way, if she does get quite big in that, then we're following from an early age, which is always good. It's always good. So we're going to go in, we're going to see how similar is she to Taylor Swift, or is she carving out her own niche, and how good is that niche?
The pulse of sleep is sucking at my eyes. I'm nursing it like a baby while it sucks me dry. And I'm staying up, talking to a phone like God and like a mother. There is never respite. I'm sinking my hands into the piano like mud. I'm hoping and praying that I get stuck. I'm staying up, talking to a phone like God. I'm resisting the trip while I'm falling in love.
Oh, that was, I mean, that was lovely. Like the way that all kind of swelled in at the end of that thing, that was legitimately fucking lovely. But this is like really dark and foreboding. It's giving me Billie Eilish vibes, definitely. But there's also a wee bit of kind of Tori Amos in there. But then we know that all swelled in. Yeah, Billie Eilish. But at the same time, it seems, I am going to say already, like she is carving out her own unique kind of identity with this, because this is pretty fucking weird. But, yep, let's go.
Cause you choose which one you want to rule you the best. A man or the never-ending desire of success. I know which one is in my bed tonight. Dinner's on the table with a pen and a knife. The meal tastes like paper and ink and paint. The words are different but the song's always the same. And while I sit and while I write and chew, I try not to make this song about you. I can be your mother, I can be a dream. I can make it look like it never happened, leave it clean. Oh, I could be your friend or I could be on my back. I could beg or I could bully, I could brace you for impact. Oh, I could be kind of fit.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with that cunt's spine?
I could be real, I could be the wound in your neck you tell your friends you can heal. I could be 500 virgins, I could be 500 whores. I could be anything but you. You read to me quietly on the windowsill. Our bodies will never be close enough if they tried, which they will. You either keep a close eye or a closed eye on it. I watch myself while I ride the emotional dick. Cause you choose which one you wanna fuck you in place. A man at the ache in your legs backstage. I know which one gets me on my knees, gripping my hair like I'm made of sheets. The voice in my ear says remember the bet. I'm not and I'm nothing, I'm holding my breath. Remember the bet. His love feels like a threat. I can be your mother, I can be mad, I could talk.
Am I the only one getting creeped out here? It's very evocating. It's very evocating. I think that the lyrics is her kind of saying that she's got like a lot of potential as a woman. I think it's about her basically turning and going, I don't know if it's about an individual guy. I don't know if it's about an individual guy or if it's about like patriarchy as a society, but her turning around and going like, I've got the potential to be all of these different things. I could like I'm a human and I'm a woman and I'm multifaceted and I could be anything that I want to be, but I'm constrained by your objectifications. I'm kind of struggling to read the lyrics and pay attention to the video, and the video's creeping the living shit out of me. And I kind of want to watch the video, but that means I'm missing a lot of the lyrics because the lyrics she is kind of whisper singing for loads of it. So there's loads of it that's kind of like passing me by because there's a lot to be taken in on one pass here. What I will say is, whole thing has a very, very unnerving fucking feel to it. I don't know why her spine is fucked. That's the bit that's freaking me out, right? The rest of it's fine, but the big spine thing, don't like. I don't like it.
Remember, remember, remember the bed. His love feels like a threat. I can be a mother, I can be mad, I could talk utter bullshit, or I could be matter of fact. Oh, I could be broken, or I could be whole, I could be something to fix in your New Year's resolution goal. Oh, I could be an angel, I could be a jerk, make a plan to save me. You can choose if you want it to work. I could be a purity to ruin, corrupt for you to restore. I could be anything, anything, anything but yours.
Okay, that's gorgeous. Jesus.
I can be your mother, I can be your dad, I could be the family that you always wish that you had. Oh, I could be a kiss, I could be a hit. Let me know if you ever figure out the difference. Oh, I could be a fact, I could be a lie, I could be the truth you search for your whole life but never find. I could be your bravado, I could be gone tomorrow, I could be anything, 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 anything.
Okay, so it turns out that video is actually also directed by her, that just makes that entire thing an absolute fucking tour de force from a lyrical perspective to a musical perspective, and then the visuals to go along with that is incredible. It's like a complete artistic vision from conception right through to that end result. Absolutely fucking astonishing. Here's my interpretation of the song, and I could be wrong, but if you've got a different interpretation, put it in the comments below. But I'm going to give my thoughts on why I think that. She's listing loads of things about she could be this, she could be that, she could be this, she could be that, but then she was ending it with, but I could never be yours. And what I'm thinking is, she's basically saying whatever society puts on her, she could be that. The society want her to be a whore, she could be a whore. She could be a virgin, she could be this, she could be that. Society will, or like the patriarchy or whatever, will make up its mind as to what she is, and they'll label her, and she's got absolutely no control over that. All her life she's going to be either this or that or this or that, but they'll never be able to control her mind and her individual thoughts and how she feels as a person. Doesn't it matter what labels you put on her as a woman, at the same time you'll never actually be able to define her. I think that's what it's about. Could be completely wrong. In at least 4 occasions throughout that entire thing, I had 4 completely different ideas as to what the fuck it might have been about. In that way, I'm like, that's genuine art. Art's subjective, and art, you're supposed to go in and take your own interpretation away from it. And there's nothing to necessarily say that my interpretation is wrong. You could have a completely different opinion on what the song's about, and it could be just as fucking valid. The only person that knows for certain what they think it's about is the person that wrote it. Even that is this is kind of timely, but in terms of weird artistic things that's been put out there and then is trying to get digested by the public. David Lynch died recently, and that was a fucking absolute gut punch, because I really, really loved David Lynch, and there's actually a lot of kind of similarities, I feel, between the feel of that video and, for example, Eraserhead, or the Club Silencio scene from Mulholland Drive, for example. He refused to explain his films and what they were about. He obviously had an idea of what it was that he wanted to, what the story that he wanted to tell and what the film was about. He knew that going in. He knew exactly what he was doing and what was happening in the film. But he didn't explain it to the audience, because he wanted the audience to come away with their own interpretation. And he always said, like, their interpretation is not any less right than his, because now that he's made the film and put it out there, it's no longer his. It's the public's to consume. Who's to say that they're less right than he is? And I feel like this is kind of similar. That was fucking brilliant. I really I like things like this that kind of stops me in my tracks and makes me think. Guys, that was Sofia Isella with the song I Can Be Your Mother. Let me know in the comments below, what's your interpretation of that song? What's your takeaway from that entire thing? I've been MARKABUSI, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.